Hey guys, welcome to another Southeast Florida RIA. And as you guys know, we meet here weekly. It's a meetup that's been around for a long time, 20 years here in 2024. So welcome and feel free to join us anytime through Zoom. And the second Wednesday of the month, we meet live in Deerfield Beach, South Florida. Uh, and right now we have a couple of awesome meetings so far. We talked about some awesome stuff, and you guys are missing out because these are deals happening as we speak. So people come here for valuable questions that could help you with your deal as it's happening. So and what better than having an attorney? We had a title company attorney. We have lenders here. We have wholesalers. All kinds of awesome people. So if you guys get a chance, the link for the Zoom meeting is pretty much the same every week. If you guys can Google Southeast Florida RIA, or you can go to the social media, Facebook, Wholesaling Houses Now. You'll find the Zoom link and you can join us. It's free, right, Dave? Pretty much free. You can join us here. The live meetings sometimes they wants you guys to buy him lunch because he does a lot to show up and run the meetings and stuff like that. So for today, I have a couple of things to share with you, and maybe I'll do three or four quick things. And this is what we do. Gives a lot of value. For 20 years, we've helped the South Florida community, and for now, we want to grow our channel. So if you guys want to share this video and comment, right, that helps us a lot. If you guys comment and tell your friends about our meeting. But so here's maybe four quick things to talk about if you guys are starting out, or even if you're knowledgeable, things to look into or to realize or to know, right? Because after 32 years, I'm doing this. I know I want the best of the best, and many reasons why. Earlier, we talked about getting a property as soon as it hit the market. Half an hour is a done deal. I know the property took 2 days. Sometimes we lose deals. Sometimes we get those deals. So you have to be on top of the game. Get the good data. That's one of the things I'll touch on. But today, before we get to the data, I want to tell you guys to find a great market for you. If you're starting out, or even if you want to grow your business or do maybe virtual wholesaling, I would say focus in an area that investors are going in and out. And sometimes I tell people, it's lower than the median price range in your area. You can Google that, your city, your county, you'll find the median price range. Let's say my price range is $300,000 ARV. My median price range in my county is about $400,000, like 430 or something like that. So I like the lower price range. And I was telling someone I work with, I get a million wholesalers emailing me deals, and sometimes I know exactly what I'm looking for. I want this, I want that, I want single family, I want this price range, I want these areas. So it's really easy to go to a lot of wholesalers list, a lot of different properties on market, or you just know exactly what you're looking for. It'll help you weed out. And instead of you spending hours on the computer or searching or driving around, you'll get to what you need today. Right. So when someone tells me, I hope to buy a deal in this year or in the next 6 months, you can buy a deal today. Right. And the other thing we shared today is on market. I told you the new deals per day on market is almost 300 per day. How many of those you guys want to do an awesome deal today? Right. So that's an example of you guys got to be on top of your game, real estate investing, or if you're a part-time investor, you got to be very aware of your market, right? The market, super important. So the next thing I'd like to share with you, the second thing is the data. Like I said, you guys can do Zillow, Redfin, homes.com. You can do many things. Which is the best, right? So we spend a lot of time on that, often measuring, seeing who's the best of the best, because, we understand like hours or days can make or break that deal. That deal can mean 100K profit for you. 50K profit. If you're starting out 30 to 50K, I think that's a reasonable profit. But sometimes we like the good quality deals that make a lot of money. So we spend time on those. So knowing the data, whether it's online or offline, compare, whether it's national, local, just compare, right? List, all that. It's super important. And I would tell you that would be the difference between you doing deals and not. So I'll give you an example of a deal this week. This weekend, Alex, the title company, was just here. That was what he was just saying. Like, we're going to do a closing on a kitchen table. This house, the ARV on this property is like 700K, right? And we're buying this property not only like half, 50 cents on the dollar, but more with terms. You understand? Like sometimes I tell people, you're worrying about lenders and rehabbing and all that when I'm buying this property for very, very little down, right? And I'm getting all that much equity. So why not do that? Why not just get a little coaching, training, learn some of these strategies that would make you limit your risk and buy things with no money, no credit, no risk is real, right? That's what Dave talked about earlier. The return on your investment. If you buy a property with no money and you make $100, that's like, in other words, your return on your investment is infinite, right? That's what he touched on earlier. So I would say, you guys, same deal, buy it cheap and buy it with terms. Uh, I would say the last thing, the fourth thing I want to share with you is, if you like, work with some kind of coach or mentor that's been around a long time, that knows all these strategies, because this can make or break your deal. So here's another example of last week's deal, but everything's signing as we speak. Today's deal, we also mentioned that property. Juliana, we mentioned this property to you, that the seller is signing because they're out of the country. So it took a few days for them to finalize the deal. Now, in that deal and in the other deal, this week's deal, we're putting the property in a trust. And the reason why is because you could do so much on that property. You can do so much with a land trust. For example, if you want to wholesale, you can have, if you have to put down 50K, you can easily have your buyer put up that 50K, for example, right? And that's what it requires to do deals sometimes. So we're pretty much everything we do is in a land trust, and pretty much everything we do is creative finance, and everything we do is not a lot of risk, and that's zero down and zero credit and all that stuff. So the other example of doing a trust is that you don't have to double close on stuff. You can just transfer that trust to your new buyer, right? So the benefit is, like, your new buyer can have some control of it right away, and they can put deposits, they can put transactional funding, they can put a loan on it, whatever they want. Your goal is to identify a deal with the strategies that you guys are learning, or if you guys want to work with me, that you'll learn. You just put in a contract, get a buyer, make 50K. Don't worry about putting money down. Don't worry about raising money. Don't worry, you make 50K. That's it. So let's say if you guys want to rehab that property, the down payment is what the seller wants, right? That could be 5, 10K, 20, 30K, which is, even if it's 30K, that's still a lot less than borrowing $300,000 in the latest deal, the latest example. So that's what our business is all about. And that's what we're able to do, scale to many, many years. We have 7-figure years, because you're not dealing with money so much. You're dealing with financing. You're dealing with distress. You're dealing with creative strategies. You're dealing with your knowledge, your talent. You're investing you in these deals, right? It has nothing to do with money. And it took me a very, very long time to understand that. And I never believed my teachers, my coaches, my mentors. I never believed that. And it took me a very long time to understand, especially on uncertain markets, election markets or whatever. 2024 is an uncertain market, right? So you don't know if you're buying a property, the ARV is so much, and in like 3 months later, it's like this, like 20% less, right? You don't know. So why would you take that risk? So I don't want to scare you. It's all good as long as you're not taking so much of a risk. So for now, the trust is awesome. We're doing a few deals on that recently. And I'll just say, the people I work with, like Dave, we did a deal here last 8 months ago, whatever, 9 months ago, 450K ARV, purchased for in the very low to 120s, like I want to say low 100s. The best part, was a creative deal. We made it a creative deal always. So that was ridiculously awesome deal. Dave Jane, you buying a property, another one of my students, you buying a property for pennies on a dollar. I mean, it's a decent price, but the cash flow is awesome, because that's your exit, and that's amazing. So congrats on that. Keep up the great work. She started working with me maybe 2 years ago, and you have maybe at least 4 deals, maybe 5 deals now. So education is priceless, because you guys are going to use it, and you multiply that knowledge and be unstoppable, because education is for you forever, no matter what the market is. So if you guys want to know more about working with me, you can go to Zefreia.com, SZFREIA.com, or you guys can send me a DM in in the wholesaling houses now. And love you guys. Keep up the great work. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Dave, and you guys for helping us with the meeting. And